dead.
All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Blame Your Brother. This is episode 44. 44 times we have done this, and we are back once again. Hope you guys are having a great night, great day, great morning, whatever time of day it is. We are recording right now live on a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time on YouTube. So if you're ever wanting to join us live, go to youtube.com/blameyourbrother. You can go check out the live stream, come in, hang out with us. But if you're not, you listen to the podcast. Thanks for downloading. There are three of us that come to you every week from this show. I am 1/3 of that show. I am David. I'm also known as D. Brew, the spiritual midget, the voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Nick Nickum, Glenn Jackson, and the list goes on. I could go on all night, but I will not. I will instead introduce the guy to my left, my brother from our actual mother. His name is Lee.
What up? I am Lee, a.k.a. the punching bag, a.k.a. the prodigal son that has returned from the dark of the night,
a.k.a. the left-wing Alex Jones. And I'm also joined by the guy to the right of me. He almost needs no introduction. He's not related to us, but he has a... He will... I don't know what I'm going to say there. I was going to tear you down, but I couldn't. His name is John. What's up, John?
I'll fill in the gaps for you. I will maneuver my life into yours like a sponge. Anyway, I'm John, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. Mr. PTI, a.k.a. the Madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman. They do a madman. Okay, he's a madman.
There you go. So three of us make up the show, and we will have much to talk about tonight. But before we get to that, we have a legal team that listens to the show after we release it, and they ask us to go out to the people and say, are there any retractions that you need to make for last week's episode? Any apologies, any retractions, anything like that? So we'll start with the guy, the left-wing Alex Jones over to the left. Is there anything you may have said last week you would like to apologize for? Is that a negative? Okay. You said some pretty crazy things. The inside job, number one. All right, anyways, John, anything you said last week?
I was contacted by our lawyers, and they told me that during the opening of the show, I need to stay in my lane, and I need to keep my mouth shut. So
all right.
I'm going to do that from now on.
Or try to. All right. Cool.
Or
well,
try to.
I think everything I said was on point, so we're good to go. We're going to get this train rolling. All right, so let's do an update real quick on the T-shirts. We talked about last week. We call it a fundraiser, but really we're raising funds, I guess, if that's a fundraiser. You know, we're raising funds.
I think that's the definition.
I guess, right. We're raising funds to make a batch of T-shirts. We're going to be making 48 T-shirts, and the cost to do all that and ship them out would be about $250. So we started the campaign about a week ago, 7 days ago. And our goal is to get to $250 once we do that, or in about another week, whether we have made the full amount or not, we're going to go ahead and get those shirts made, and then we can start getting shirts out to people. So if you want to get a T-shirt for $5, which is really cheap, I mean, most of the time if you go to our online store, you're looking at $20 at least. So this is an opportunity, since we're batch ordering them, to get the shirts much cheaper, $5 a piece, and just go to GoFundMe.com/blameyourbrother. That's GoFundMe.com/blameyourbrother. And I want to give a shout out to a lot of the people that have contributed to the campaign so far. I mean, in a week we've also raised $100, which to me is amazing. All right, so the donation started about a week ago with Sarah, and Sarah donated $20. Okay, so GoFundMe works. You can donate. If you just donate $5, we're going to get you a shirt. We'll get your size, we'll get your address, and we're going to send you a shirt. If you donate $10, we're going to send you a T-shirt, and I'm going to get something, like a little gift, something, and we'll send it to you. It'll be a random gift, and maybe show-related, maybe not. I've got a pair of Geico sunglasses I wore on the way over here. I thought those would be cool to send somebody. But it'll be a cool little small gift or something. If you donate more than that, we're just going to really love you for the rest of your life, I guess. So Sarah donated $20. Sarah's a regular listener of the program, and she's amazing. Jeffrey Skinner, a.k.a. Pizza Dad, donated $10. Connie donated, I don't know how to say her last name, but known her for a while. I guess Lee has too. She donated $5. Then we had somebody anonymously, but I know who that is. I don't think it's a problem. It's Lance. My friend Lance donated $5. Daniel McGriff donated $10. Dixie Gers donated $5. Dixie's amazing. I've known her for a long time now. Daniel's my cousin, pretty much. Ender Bowen, a good friend of ours who we used to be in a band with, donated $20. Lee's friend Brandon Hartwell donated $10. And we also got a donation from Michael Anthony. So you guys have been doing great. Like I said, we're going to push for another week. So if you want that T-shirt, you want to help us out, $5 helps a lot. I mean, a little bit your way helps us a lot. And once we do that, we'll look forward to getting the shirts out, and we can do a lot with that promotion-wise and giveaways and things like that. So, but if you want to get one for sure, $5. GoFundMe.com/blameyourbrother. So progress is being made on that very well. All right. Well, I guess we got much to talk about. Would you say that's a fair assumption, Lee? Do we have much to talk about?
Always.
Did you have nothing to apologize for? You went quiet on a podcast. It's called
I
Dead
thought
Air.
you were talking to someone else.
No, I'm talking to you. Last week, the people nicknamed you the left-wing Alex Jones. It's on Twitter. Pizza Dad Lives tweeted about it. Sammy come up with the term. That's you. I don't know. That's documented. You can go to last week's episode.
I really thought you were talking to someone else.
No, it's you.
My apologies.
Is there anything you wish? I said it was your AKA at the beginning of the show. So
I'm sorry. I obviously refuse to acknowledge that.
Thing with a nickname, once you get it, it's yours. I mean, so anyways, anything you said last week that
No.
No? Do you still believe that 9/11 was an inside job?
I didn't say that it was.
John.
He didn't say it full on was, but he there's a highly insinuated.
Okay, I thought he said it was. I listened to the podcast a couple of times this past week, and I'm pretty sure you said it was an inside job.
I threw out the topic. I said there's some interesting coincidences going on there.
Okay.
I thought we kind of agreed that, it was some weirdness, but, there's like different levels. There's Alex Jones crazy, and then there's
Lee crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. That's saying. All right. Well, we got much to talk about this week. Do we just want to jump into Idiot of the Week? Do you just want to go ahead and get that started with? Let's go.
Oh my God, I am surrounded by idiots.
You idiots! To the Idiot Mobile. You idiot!
You're an idiot.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
All right. It's time for the Idiot of the Week where David, pick a news story that stands out for me as someone who did something stupid and probably regretted it. And some of the last idiots of the week, we had Kathy Griffin last week, and then week before that we had
the producers of
the promoters of the Cash Me Outside girl. I don't even know her name, but paying her money to lip sync across America to rap tunes. Let's go ahead and play this clip. It will tell us who our idiot of the week is, and here we go.
To Nebraska more. You're welcome. We'd love to have you work in the fields with us. Work in the field? That's part of that. That's Senator. I'm a house. No, it's a joke.
All right, so if you don't know, that's Bill Maher on his show, and he dropped the N-bomb. That's what you heard bleeping out. So I don't know. If you didn't know, maybe we'll listen one more time and can get the content. He's on there interviewing some senator from Nebraska, and the question was asked. He said, in Nebraska, our adults don't do Halloween, which I love that, so I might be moving to Nebraska in a couple weeks. But anyway, I don't know how that came up, but that's what the question was asked before this was. And Bill Maher said, I like that. And he said, well, come on down to Nebraska. We'll get you working out in the field. And then he's, obviously he said this.
Work in the field? That's part of that. That's Senator. I'm a house. No, it's a joke.
Okay. So now I do have a couple of comments about this because I read about this obviously when the story happened. Okay, so if you don't know, Bill Maher is a white comedian / political commentator, is how I guess you would say it. There's something alarming about. I mean, if you're offended by that, that's fine. I mean, I don't know that we can just be casually throwing that word around. We'll get to that in a second. But the crowd, if you didn't notice, cheers him on. There's no outrage in that clip. There's no one going. They if you listen to the crowd right here, they cheer him on. And he says thank you to the crowd. Like, okay, good joke. So I mean, this is stupid. This is 2017. You have to know better. I mean, he's famous or infamous or whatever, known for dating exclusively like black females. Is kind of his stick, I guess. Is kind of his thing. So, and he says, and a lot of the black community, I said, guess he gets a pass on this. I mean, I don't know who's giving out the passes. Okay, I know I can't give him a pass as a white man, but anyway, is it out of bounds? Even as a joke. And this is, we come back to the Kathy Griffin thing. Is it out of bounds as a joke to make a statement like holding Trump's head or dropping the N-word? I mean, John, what do you think?
I think it's just a huge social faux pas to use that word, and so
even in a joke though.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to argue against you, but Lee, what do you think about the liberal use of the N-word?
Well, there's two things I would say about it. I think that there's the reality of the situation, in which John is right. It's a major social faux pas that
we got that recorded, right?
He obviously had to apologize immediately. He immediately regretted.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then there's the reality of which that I wish was real, in which that there was no word that had such power and meaning over us that we weren't allowed to say it. So,
well, I mean, I guess you can say it.
No, you can. I mean, you can. You can't be free of the consequences of saying it.
That's true. That's true.
Just like with Kathy Griffin, she can take and post that picture, but she has the freedom to do that in America. She doesn't have the freedom to be free of the consequences that come of it. So
yeah, that's true.
So I mean,
what do you think he's thinking in that moment? Like, I mean, he obviously in the moment.
Well, you said he dates exclusively black women.
Yeah.
So maybe he hangs out with a lot of black people, and they use that word freely.
Right.
And maybe he feels like he can use that word freely, and for a minute he forgot where he was. I don't know. Why? You think it was deliberate and planned? Like he's on a campaign to soften the word?
No. I don't. I think I've talked to many people, and I've never had black friends. I've had some black friends over the years, but I've never had black friends tell me, and I've never asked though. It's cool to say the N-word around me. It's just never come up. Like I've never had that relationship with a brother. I would never feel comfortable literally addressing someone by that word. It would just be kind of weird to me. Like, so what if you had a black friend and he's like, "That's cool, man. You can say whatever you want around me," and you hung around this guy a lot. Do you think at some point that it might happen? I mean, is it the what'd you say? It was a social faux pas, or yeah. Is that why people don't say the word? Like, if you hung around black people and like if you're hanging in the barbershop and like, yeah, man, you're cool with this, you can go ahead, you can say it. Obviously, but over a time, do you think you'd start saying it if it was just cool? What if it was like the F-bomb? I mean, we all say the F word all the time. What if that N-word was like that? I mean, people would say it all the time, right? Or is there just too much historical connotation with it? I mean, we still say that's gay. You know, a lot of people still say to this. A lot of people do, sure.
I do.
People do in society.
I don't say that anymore.
Well,
I try not to.
I mean, I've said it a couple of times. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you know.
Well, what's
I do.
I don't know if you're comfortable saying this word. The C word, that's another word that people have a really bad problem.
No, I mean, I'm not going to say it on here.
Why not?
Because I don't say it. I don't say that word.
I don't use that word.
I don't have a problem saying that word at all.
Well, women get very offended by that. So
pretty much N-word is the only word that I feel that I cannot say without not wanting to deal with the consequences. And I see your point. Like,
so what
in
if you had
context would I use the word?
But what if you had a bunch of black friends and they were like, "Hey, man, just let it rip. We don't care."
I've actually accidentally let it slip before, like freestyle rapping or whatever.
Around who though? White people?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit different.
And I mean, I don't feel like I didn't mean to say it. It just came out.
So that comes up, you know.
And I think I was trying to like emulate what I'd heard in other songs, you know.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of
you
the
were
vibe.
going for like a vibe, yeah.
Well, I mean, I was freestyling. Like I don't really pick the words that were coming out, and it just kind of plopped out. So, you know, in that particular instance, it would be nice if the word I didn't have to like stop and apologize. If it's just another word, you know.
No, yeah, that's but to get back, I mean, John, have you had any friends that were black?
I have. We never really sat down and had a conversation. Yeah, it's okay for you to use that word, John.
That's good.
But I mean,
Are you sure?
In fact, it was when we were living together.
I know you did. That's why I asked you the question. Go ahead and tell the people.
Well, I had a friend named Ray. He actually played for Alabama when he was in college. He's a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with him and invited him over to the apartment. We played chess and stuff. And he was doing a movie. He was trying to catch me in a move. And I knew where he was going with it, and I said, "N-word, please."
Oh wow!
And
now
The thing is when we're alone at work, because we worked in the middle of the night, and so it was just us, and I'd say something like that, it was like nothing.
Right.
But the fact that you were in the room when this happened, I instantly felt like a centimeter
I was
tall.
in the room.
Yeah,
I don't remember, but
and then Ray said something about it. It's like, "Oh, you're gonna invite me in your house, and then you're gonna call me that." I was like, "Oh man,
I wish I remember that." I do not.
I felt so horrible.
Why do you think you said it?
Because I was used to saying it when it was just us. And it was okay.
Right, it was just us.
No, just me and Ray.
Oh.
So you would say it when you were around
I was about
Ray.
to say, I was like, bro, I don't know who you were living with.
No.
Oh,
when we would play, I'd say stuff like that when it was just us.
I got you. I hear you.
And like,
but because I was there, you felt embarrassed.
I felt bad because it was, it can be a derogatory term.
Right.
And when you're just one-on-one with someone of the black race, then and you're not angry with each other, and it seems like it's okay.
Right.
Can I back up for a second and amend what I said?
Sure, you can. Or you can next week.
I'm okay with the word not being okay to use, but it shouldn't be based on the color of your skin. Either we all can say it, or no one can say it. That's kind of my take on the word. And I understand, because the history there, it's okay for you to say it? No. If the word is offensive, it should be so offensive that nobody would want to say it. Right, and I think there's different words too. There's one with like a A on the end, and there's one with an ER on the end, right? I don't know. I've heard that too.
I guess, but does killer and killa mean the same thing? I mean, it means the same thing.
I'm just telling you
right?
what I've heard people say, that it's appropriate for you to say "what up,"
but
it's a
still,
greeting.
Yeah, but it's still the same thing. Let's just be honest.
I heard that they have different meanings, though. I've heard.
I'm saying that if you use the one that ends in an A in the projects, you would still get your butt kicked or shot.
Oh, you get stomped. It'd be terrible.
But if a black person person did, it's completely okay.
Well, they can say ER though.
Right, but I'm just saying. Isn't that a little bit racist though?
Is it racist? I mean, you got to look.
You're being beat because of the color of your skin.
But
the word you said.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not racist. It's stupid. I mean, you wouldn't go. I mean, if hypothetically, if you went to a gay club and started yelling like, you're this and that. I mean, they start stomping you as well. I mean, there would be a problem with it.
But if a gay person came in and did the same behavior, it would be okay?
I don't think they would. I mean, yeah, I see your point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, I agree. Like, the history of the word and what it represents is horrible.
Well, they call each other, but yeah, I've heard gay people call each other the word
But you can't.
Yeah, I think until you've endured... I mean, I'm like you. I mean, I wish the word just wasn't in existence, but it is. But I think we're still not far enough removed from that point in history where, I mean, we're never going to be allowed to say it. But, I think it's still at a point where it's still painful. I mean, and maybe some people say you should say it to take the sting away from it. And there's some people that also say you shouldn't say it at all. So there's two schools of thoughts. I mean, the people I hate the most are white people that go around going, well, I've never, especially in the South. Now, I don't know how the coast work, but in the South, I've never said the word ever in my entire life. And I'm like,
well, there's people that haven't, I'm sure. There's people that haven't.
No, I don't think so.
There might be people, but the people that
small percentage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've said it as a young child. I mean, I used to hear it a lot as a young child. I mean, there were fireworks with that in it. There were certain candies that were that in it. In toes, in chasers were fireworks. So hearing the word a lot, I did hear it a lot. So of course, when I was a kid, I would say it. I mean, I'm not gonna say what I did.
I think if
for sure.
if you're in the 80s and you grew up in the South, then yeah.
Wait, what word are we talking about?
The N-word.
So how old do you mean when you were little?
I mean, probably 10, 11 when you get into like 4th or 5th grade.
And you just walked around?
No, to myself.
Bombing people? Or you're like
I'd
rapping in the
muttered under my
schoolyard?
breath or something. If someone irked me, you know, it wasn't like an everyday thing. But I mean, I guess how many times have I said in my life? I mean, I'd probably say under 10.
Really?
But
you just said you were as a kid, you were dropping them left and right.
No, not drop. I said it a couple of times. I think I started to get the idea there was a wrong. I say it like this.
I think most people, when they use that word, it's in a, like, they're quoting a movie or a line from something.
I think sometimes it's said in anger about white people. I do. I really do believe that. Especially in the South, I believe it's said a lot while people are driving. I've been driving with people, and they've said, like, I remember I was driving with this one guy. I won't say his name, but we were driving, and we're behind a semi truck, a flatbed semi truck, and something came off the semi truck and hit the top of his roof and dented it in. And I guess the guy driving didn't have a clue. Well, he sped up and he's like, "Oh, that effing inner, blah blah blah."
What?
And
who is this? Can you give us a name?
No, I'm not giving you a name. And he was like, "Pull over! You pull the F over now!" And I was like, "Dude, you got to chill out, dude."
Do we know who this person is?
No, you guys.
Wait, you were in the car with him?
Yeah, I was in the car with him. And I was like, "You really got to calm down, bro." I was like, "Seriously." I didn't say bro back then, but I wish I would have. I was like, "You got to calm down." I was like, "This guy." So I think I've heard people say it in anger like that, and I mean, it's Bill Maher definitely did not get a pass for this. He shouldn't have. It's not even that great of a joke. On top of that, that's what really kills me. Like the joke was so bad, you had to lean on that word to make it funny. See, that's when you know.
I don't even think that what he said was a joke per se.
I
think he was just like it didn't
I'm
say.
half.
It didn't even seem like a joke to me.
Well, no, it's a joke.
When I first heard it, and then you play, because when you played it was the first I'd actually heard the clip, and I'm like, "Where's the joke?" Like, it's not funny even. You know?
I know. That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. It's not a funny joke. That's why you're relying on the sting of that word to get a laugh from the audience, uncomfortable laugh, like
Bob Saget's
stand
up.
Or like the infamous one is your boy from Seinfeld, who basically got run out of comedy for yelling at
Michael Richards.
For yelling
I think
at
he was
people.
having a meltdown.
He was, and he was just like, "You're this, you know." So,
but that's the funny thing about it is because like maybe that's just the condition of humans that they have that one word. There's always that one word, and there's that one line that you just can't cross, that you just shouldn't cross, and you keep it in reserve for those moments when you have to, you know?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. I guess I guess if you were never exposed to enough black people in your life and you were saying it at some point, you probably would just keep saying it, I guess. I mean, we'll come back to this. I think if you weren't exposed to those kind of people, you would just keep saying it. And you may just say it to yourself, like I said, under your breath, but I don't know. It's so anyway, I think he's stupid for this. Luckily for him, I mean, like I said, I guess he's got enough stock invested in the community and
they're not kicking him out.
That they're not firing him.
Well,
because
here's the
this
thing,
is just as bad as Kathy Griffin.
Well, normally I would give comedians a pass.
But
it's like not even, he wasn't even telling a joke. He was like just casually in conversation.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it was a joke. Maybe that's what he was going for.
I think he tries to be funny when he interviews people like I've watched a bunch of his interviews, and I think he's always trying to be kind of funny, but
well, I didn't know the thing about him dating exclusively.
Yeah, that's just
kind of interesting. Maybe that explains something with it. Like it's different in a. It depends on the community you're in.
Like, I can do it. I get a pass.
No.
No, you don't get a pass.
No pass.
You can't hold.
Maybe the family of one of his girls said that to him one time.
I don't know.
Maybe. It's all good. You're half.
All I know is he's apologized and he's.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Drop off there at the end.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on with that. He's apologized, and I guess he's not going to lose his job. So hopefully,
Well, you know why? Because no one really watches Bill Maher.
He's got a pretty good fan.
No,
I don't watch.
That's
Bill
why
Maher.
he's not losing his job, is because people watch him.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, he's a liberal, and they're much more. You'll notice they're much more forgiving, and not just liberal. I mean, that's who his fans are. Obviously, there's not a bunch of conservatives watching
So
Bill Maher.
liberals are very
They're
forgiving.
More, they're more to forgive. I mean, you look at the girl from The Blaze, we were just talking about her earlier, Tommy Loren.
Yeah.
She gone immediately. Like made one statement, like, I'm not really.
Yeah, but they didn't like her.
Like I'm not
she
against
was
abortion.
already. She was like
Milo
saying,
Yiannopoulos gone immediately. Like I mean, you could Bill O'Reilly.
Well, he didn't really say anything. He had like a history of sexual assault on women.
Yeah, that is pretty.
That's a little different.
You gotta let him go. That's for sure.
Like if he came on every night and was just in-bombing all episode long, he'd be gone too.
He probably wanted to. I'm sure there were many nights he probably wanted. Oh, please. Okay. So anyway, that's our idiot of the week. It's the one and only Bill Maher, and I know John was happy about that. All right, let's go lighter fare real quick. It's sports season right now as far as Nashville goes. The other one.
I don't think there
we got the Predators going. Predators are flying high. We got the NBA Finals going on. And that brings up the jerseys. Everybody's wearing their hockey jerseys. Everybody's basketball jerseys, football jerseys, whatever. And the question I've always thought about, and it's always been asked, and it was asked this week on Twitter, and it got a lot of traction from Miranda Brooke, who we follow. It says, she tweets out, I think we can all agree that professional sports jerseys with your own last name are a total don't do. And she says, right, ? So basically, is it a total misfire to have a jersey with your own name on it? All right, so there was a lot of responses from that, which we'll get into. But I'll just go around. Lee, I already know. I think I know what John's opinion are, but I'm going to go. Lee, what initially do you think of sports jerseys?
Well, let me just start
with
by
your
saying,
name on it.
Let me just go ahead, and I forgot to mention this earlier. You, sir, are a hockey hipster.
Why?
That's just your AKA.
Okay,
You are a hockey
I'll
hipster.
take it. It's fine.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
That has nothing. I don't know why, but
it's just obvious. Listen, if you want to buy a damn jersey with your last name and put on it, I'm completely okay with that. No problems here.
None.
Don't wear a jersey is my statement.
So
don't wear a jersey.
That's what I was going to ask you. So you don't think grown men should wear jerseys?
I don't really care.
Take a stance for once in your life.
I don't like wearing jerseys.
So you don't
Me personally. But when other people wear them, if that makes them
what
happy,
are your
I'm all
rules
for
though?
it.
Your
I don't
rules.
have rules for jerseys.
Do you wear jerseys?
Like I see someone wearing. If I see someone
do
wearing,
you wear jerseys?
Listen, I don't own one. No, I would maybe if someone gave it to me. Here's the thing: officially licensed jerseys are expensive. They are costly. You personalize them with your name on it. They're costly. I see that guy and I'm like, man, that's a nice jersey. And then you see the guy with the knockoff. You're like, oh, that's cheap. It doesn't matter, man. Okay. But I would say, me personally, I would prefer not to wear a jersey.
So no,
because they're kind of unwieldy, you know.
Okay, John, what are your opinion? What are your thoughts on the jerseys?
I love wearing jerseys.
Okay.
Can you just give a? Can you like educate me why? Like, because like I said, I don't.
You're representing. You know, you're showing everyone that you care about that team.
But like what? So okay, so that's why one of the reasons you like jerseys. So what is the distinction between wearing like a normal T-shirt representing the team and wearing a hockey jersey that's a team? Because you say I love wearing jerseys. Do you love just wearing merchandise, like officially licensed merchandise, or do you just love the jersey more than the T-shirt? I
think I like T-shirts too, but the thing is about a jersey, it just makes you feel like you're more part of the team than. I know you're not. I know it's a lot. A lot of it is fantasy. I think
it's fair to say you're part of the team. That's fine.
Do feel a lot more, closer to the team if you're wearing the uniform. A uniform, unified. Those words are close together, and so I mean
that's interesting.
Makes you,
Okay, so you're for. I got to a certain. So my response is, I got to a certain point in my life where I realized this is how I looked at it. And I've heard this from other people, but this is just kind of my take on it. I got to a certain point when I was in my 30s where I said, this is me. I can't wear, I'm not going to wear somebody's, number one, the thing I hear the most is I can't hear, I'm not going to wear someone's name on my back, another dude's name on my back. Okay, so that's one of the big things I hear from people. All right. Hey, I get that. I kind of see that. So I thought for sure, because me and a former co-host of another podcast, Corey, we used to talk about this quite a bit. I was like, I would never get another jersey, a football one, because they trade so much anyways. You're going to be holding a jersey of someone that doesn't even play there anymore. You know, and those things are expensive. So that's another reason. But the main reason for me was, and so that's what we talked about. If I was like, if I ever got another jersey, it'd be with my name on it, But even then, I never got it done. This has been 8 years since this happened, so not with my name on it. John got me that. If we get to blame yourself later, that I did not get. John got that jersey.
So just let's come out and just say it. You own
A Predators jersey.
Which with your last name.
I've talked
on
about
the
this
back.
constantly.
And his birth year.
Yeah, and a birth year.
I went all out.
Your birth year? Oh, was the number.
We'll get to that, and I won't explain it all. But I don't have. So
listeners, just be known I'm a really good friend. That's all.
So I don't wear jerseys anymore because I shouldn't. I can't. I'm older than every player on the field, pretty much, especially in football. You know, there's no players now that I know of that are older than me. I mean, Peyton Manning was the last, and I think so there may be one punter or something, but I can't wear a dude's jersey on my back that's younger than me. The only way I would do it if it was my children.
Younger than you?
Yeah, if it was my children. Like, I can look up to an older guy. I'm not going to look up to some younger guy.
How old is Tom Brady?
He's the same age as me.
Well, there you go.
I mean, I may wear his jersey. I mean, he does break every rule.
You get the Tom Brady pass.
Now we got
Tom Brady your hall pass?
Yeah, Tom Brady is my hall pass in all things. If
wow.
That's a security question. Who's David's hall pass is Tom Brady. Look, okay, so we got some good comments. So someone asked in chat, what if the player has the same name? Now, that was posed, so I'm going to read some of the responses from Twitter, which I just had up, and I don't know why. I went away from it.
So would you wear this Peke Rene shirt?
Not at all.
That's just hideous.
But you make a good point, Lee, where I say is, yeah, why can't you just wear the shirt? Why do you have to wear the jersey? The jersey tends to indicate that, like, you're part of the team or something, you know. But I guess you're the 12th man, so to speak, or in football. But anyway, okay. So here's what some people said. So John obviously replied, gave his take. But then some guy said, "But what if it's your actual jersey with your name on it?" This is obviously a guy that played, and Miranda said, "100% okay as long as you play or have played that sport." Then someone,
what?
so yeah, if you're like a former
Why?
player.
All these people have all these rules.
Lee, it's hot takes. It's what this podcast is about. We're just going here and not have takes. All right, so Mike at the kid _ says 100% that you should not have a jersey with your name on it. And even worse, if it's your name above double zeros, we all know one of those guys. And Miranda says, don't be that guy. And then says, funny thing is you have to try to explain double zero and your coworker. And then another guy says, unless your name is the same name as a pro player. So if there was a pro player named Brewington, he would say that's cool, or a pro player named Tortorello, that's cool.
What's wrong with double zero?
I don't know what that's about. And then other people said, yeah, if I was going to buy one, it would only have my name on it, like I said, because you're going to end up having somebody's name that doesn't even play for the team next year.
Yeah.
I just know I love sports. I love them. But like I said, I have not worn a jersey to an event in a long, long time. I just usually wear T-shirt, hoodies. Usually when I go play watch football, not play when I will go watch. It's cold outside. So, I don't know. I'd be curious. I like to get everybody's take on Twitter, and I mean, I know guys, girls, whatever. I'd like to hear. Like, you don't see a lot of girls wearing jerseys. You know, what's up with that? Why don't more girls wear jerseys? So, I've seen more hockey fans, girls wear jerseys though, than more female football players. So, I mean, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
I think it's because hockey in this town is blowing up right now, so
yeah,
I think you're going to see more big jerseys, period.
Yeah,
male and female.
That's true.
So I think that's a big reason for that. And now that they're starting to do the women's cut jerseys now,
yeah,
and I think that before that, I think that's why a lot of women weren't wearing jerseys, is because they just bulky on them.
I think that's what I was thinking. I mean, so the hottest take of the day is from John's wife in the chat on YouTube. Remember, go check us out on YouTube. There's more action in hockey than football.
But there are no tight ends.
John, is there more action in hockey or football?
Back to back action.
Just action. I mean, what is there more action in hockey or football? Lee, what do you think? More action, hockey or football?
I'd probably have to say football.
Yeah, you'd have to say football.
You wouldn't have to. Why would you have to say football? Like, explain yourself.
If I'm going to be given honest reaction, that's what I'm.
Because I can watch a whole football game. I can't get through a whole hockey game.
You can't watch a whole
No,
hockey
I
game?
can't watch whole hockey. They get to the point where it's just boring. It's just playing keep away with the puck, and it's not much fun.
What are you talking about?
It is.
Here's the thing. Like, hockey is just traditionally not a Southern sport.
Right.
So, like, people like you are just not going to...
I mean, I love all
I'm not gonna
sports.
be
Don't get me
into it.
wrong.
What do you think,
I
Lee?
love
what,
it. I
what
just
has,
can't even watch it.
What has more action in it, football or hockey?
Football.
I
Oh,
want
Lee.
Lee's.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. That's a hard. It's like comparing apples and oranges
Well,
because
but
football obviously has a lot more breaks. You know.
So which one?
That's what I was alluding to at first when I first
give
answered.
us the answer. Go ahead.
I think we could look up like how many consecutive minutes are played in each, and that would be the scientific
just
answer.
give an emotional response to the question.
I honestly am a football guy over hockey.
Thank you. So
every single time.
He just doesn't want to get on board with the
I do
the
like hockey. I
of us.
played hockey though.
Lee,
I played roller hockey.
Good.
So
Lee.
I never played football. So there's a special connection with me and hockey. Like I can actually know the rules to hockey and can follow it. So they're very comparable. But yeah, I would prefer to watch a hockey game. I mean, a football game.
Okay.
I'm just saying that on the field of football, there's not going to be more than 3 seconds where somebody's not touching somebody else.
Yeah.
On hockey?
No,
football.
There's not going to be
once the play starts.
Once the play starts, there's not.
There's impact on every play.
Yeah.
And hockey, like I said, when they're playing keep away, no, it is truly offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. Straight up.
Even if they're going to spike the ball, there's contact still before that ball hits the ground.
So, Bailey's in the chat. Bailey's back with us.
Welcome back, Bailey.
With the tradition of catfishing and predators, good to see you back. And she says the hockey players are much cuter than the football players, which I have heard a lot of girls say that. So, but
I think hockey players are cuter.
I mean, they're probably more fit.
Asking.
Women. I've heard many women say hockey players are the best looking.
I don't know if they
look
look at them without their pads on though.
See that, but I think you get more FaceTime with them too, as opposed to football players.
More FaceTime with hockey?
Yeah, I mean you can at least see their face. Like football players, you can't really see.
You got the cage in front of it. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
who cares?
You gotta look at the body shape.
Are you really watching sports for how cute?
You don't think girls are?
Shouldn't be.
I'm sure they are.
Hey, I watch women's softball because I love baseball and softball, but I mean,
that's a little bit.
But I'll be checking out the girls too. But man, that girl's cute.
Wait, did you say women's softball?
Yeah. Oh, women's softball is amazing to watch. Are you kidding me?
Because they're cute?
No, because it's a great sport. Lee,
I like softball too. I like softball as a sport, but I'm not.
Oh, she said the jerseys are better looking.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
But I've heard many women say hockey players are better looking than football players.
But you're just watching it for the wrong reasons at that point.
Well, I mean, whatever they're watching it for.
Me personally.
But like I said,
watch it for whatever reason you want.
But like, I mean, why are a lot of dudes watching women's volleyball? I mean,
that's different.
Real here.
It's not even really a sport. It's just it's women in bikinis. Wait
a second. You said it's not really a sport, John?
I'd have to disagree with that.
Is that a misogyny alert?
I think it is.
Misogyny alert.
Oh, Lee get with the first massage.
It's a really difficult, hard sport.
You said it's not a sport. We heard you. You said women's volleyball.
I apologize. You're right. That was a very misogynistic thing to say.
All right.
I just feel like it's too distracting.
It is. No, I agree with you.
For most men, it's too distracting.
It's very distracting.
Hockey, like men's hockey, it's a little bit different. You know, they're not coming out shirtless. You know, they're not oiled up in a G-string.
You know, there's women's like arena football lingerie league.
Now that is ridiculous.
It's
right?
totally ridiculous. I mean, why are they playing? I mean, I feel,
and the players are like really into it too.
But you got to they are, and like I get into this almost with like Hooters, or I mean, you get deeper with strip clubs and things like that. Like, yeah, I'm gonna sit here and say it's pretty ridiculous, but these girls at the same time have made the decision to do this. They're obviously cool with it. Why do we have such a big problem with it?
And I mean, you also got to think it's the whole league. It's not just like two teams,
right?
And how many people are on each team?
Wait, what are we talking about?
A lot of people.
The women's football league. Why do we
have a lot of women? I don't know. That are okay with that.
Is there a league?
Yeah, there's a league. Why do we have a problem with it when they don't?
Who watches that though? What can their possible rating be?
Pervert.
I mean, I could give you a few listeners it probably, but I'm not going to do it.
But here's the thing, like,
Sammy in chat.
Listen, like, what is the motivation for watching the lingerie bowl?
To watch hot women hit each other in wearing lingerie.
I think that's just a really particular fetish. Like,
if I have to explain it to you, I mean, I would watch it if there weren't social creepiness to it. I mean, I feel bad watching it.
So you would watch it
if there was no social hangups about it.
All right, that's fine. Let's explore that. Why would you watch it though?
Because I like women, I like football, and I like women in lingerie. It kind of all works out. It's the perfect triangle of everything.
Triangle.
So, And I agree. They're saying it looks painful. It does look painful. This is turf they're playing on. This is not like. I mean, they're getting hit on some of these plays. Like this is not flag football. These girls are
tackling each other.
They are nailing each other hard.
But I just feel like the lingerie distracts from the moment. Like if they're legitimately are just like women wanting to play football, arena style football,
maybe it's the only choice they got.
I guess if lingerie is the only way you can attract viewership, then that's
this
the
is
only
the double
way.
standard that women talk about.
I would love to interview like a lingerie bowl athlete.
I'll try to get
that.
Would
one. Be. I don't know if I could. They would probably want to beat me up afterwards.
There are female wrestlers that started out in that league.
Now they're saying, where's misogyny alert? I'm only praising women at this point.
I'm watching this on YouTube. They're actually really...
They're talented. I mean,
they are getting after it. Like, they don't care.
Do you see why you watch this? You going to watch this with a bunch of people around, though? No way, Jose.
I don't want that siren to go off again, so I'm just gonna shut up.
All right, let's go. Keep going.
Well played, my friend.
So obviously, women have it harder. I mean, it'd be silly for us not really to acknowledge that to some degree. Let's move
as far as jersey wearing goes?
As far as life. Okay, but this week, women broke through the barrier. First woman director, made a lot of money on a film. Came out number 1, made $100 million. And that movie came out, it was Wonder Woman. Now, did either of you go see Wonder Woman?
My wife wanted to, but we were busy.
Okay.
So.
I have not seen it.
I probably will end up going to see it with her.
I did see it. I saw it. Now, Sarah Knightley reminded me that at some point, I guess on the show, I say a lot of things on the show. So for sometimes people say you said this or that, I don't remember. But she said I was not going to go see the movie. And there was probably some subtext of just seeing Batman versus Robin and that being not a good movie. Man of Steel being okay with some terrible scenes in it. I didn't have a lot of stock that DC was going to be able to put together a Wonder Woman film that I would want to go see. I mean, come on, let's just get real. I thought this thing was going to flop miserably.
Just because of DC or because they
DC, it's a woman. I mean, there hasn't been really a female-driven movie that's been successful. I mean...
Scarlett Johansson, she's probably one of the better actresses out there. And the 2 action movies that she's headlined in, they flopped.
Yeah. So I thought...
Ghost in the Machine and Lucy.
Yeah, true.
Both
flopped horribly.
But those aren't...
So I thought this movie was going to be
But they're
trash.
action-driven movies.
Right. I thought this movie was going to be trash. And then I started seeing the trailers and I said, wait a second, this movie looks... actually decent. Maybe they actually figured out how to make the movie. So I went and saw the movie Sunday, and it was trash. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. It's amazing. It was really.
I haven't heard that.
Actually.
I really haven't heard anyone say anything about it.
No, it's really good. I'll give you a spoiler free.
Say it was really good.
Yeah? I got to tell you, number 1, Gal Gadot. I think that's how you say her name. Oh my God. She almost jumps off the screen. This woman, they have, people jumped when it was initially cast that they cast her. This woman, there's certain shots of her. I don't know how the cinematographer did it. She is the most beautiful woman on the face of this planet. I mean, the shots of her, there's certain shots of her. It's amazing. It's beyond belief. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess this is like Wonder Woman. I mean, this is like the perfectly created woman. But it's a good movie. It's an origin story. It's similar to Iron Man. It's similar to Captain America. I guess the difference between Iron Man... See, and this is the difference between me, men, and women. I think dudes really loved Iron Man because he's a smart ass. He's like cocky. He's arrogant and things like that. Usually people say they like Iron Man better than Captain America. This is a lot closer to Captain America because she's very... she comes from this island, if you don't know. She's from an island of all women. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil the movie or anything.
They're
but
Amazons.
They're Amazons, and she's very naive to the ways of the world. She ends up coming to the regular world, and she's very naive and very headstrong and very idealistic about the world. It's very appealing. Like you love that in your hero. Kind
of like Captain America.
Kind of like Superman's supposed to be, but in Man of Steel he was not. That was kind of the killer of it. The original. Reeves Superman was like that, and that's why people I think like that movie a lot better.
So what was your take on the historical, because they didn't set it in modern times, right?
Yeah, like Captain America. Captain America I believe was set in World War II. This one was set in World War I. So
did she get frozen underneath the Antarctica?
No, she's got an extended life because of being part God.
Okay, I'm not saying anything else, but
spoiler alert.
I'm not saying any spoilers.
Does she use the lasso of truth?
Yes, she does use it several times. There's some great action sequences in it. I think her and Chris Pine perfectly cast. I'm gonna watch anything she's in for a while.
I like Chris Pine.
Oh my God,
too,
I have a huge movie crush on her now, and she was just fantastic in this role. I think her perfectly cast. I think the guy playing Superman, what's his name?
Henry Cavill.
Ben Affleck?
Henry Cavill. I think he's the best cast Superman. Let's give him something to chew on next movie, please. I think
the biggest problem with the Superman is the fact that he doesn't play Clark Kent at all.
Right.
When he is Clark Kent, he's not Clark Kent.
Yeah, but they made him not Clark Kent.
I know. I'm not knocking him for it. I'm saying
but he'll pay the price for that, right?
Okay, y'all realize that y'all started talking about a strong female role.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about
on Superman.
But we're talking about why this movie succeeded and why Superman
right there.
No, but this is why this movie succeeded and why Superman
actually
didn't.
In the comparison, we're lifting her up even more.
Yeah, we're tearing down Superman. So fantastic movie. Definitely go see it while it's out. And it's good to support female directors that are given this big role.
I brought up the list from IMDb of the best female lead action movies.
Here we go.
For comparison.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Here we go.
So number 1 is Allegiant. Did you ever see that movie?
Nope, and nobody else did too. But
Why would they put that in
they
there?
keep on making those movies like somebody cares about them. It's kind of cute.
Insurgent.
Same movie.
Basically.
Oh, those are the 3.
Yeah, Divergent movie.
Okay, I did see some of those.
Terrible.
Okay, that was a strong.
I need Charles Barkley saying terrible.
Terrible.
I'm gonna start dropping that.
They were actually really bad movies. I thought.
Terrible.
I mean, not that good anyway. Lucy.
Terrible.
Horrible.
Did you see that one?
Terrible.
I did. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay, The Hunger Games.
Lee, if it's Scarlett Johansson's in something, I'm probably gonna go see it.
Okay, but that was like a huge nobody talked about.
Terrible. A Hunger Games, good. I mean,
Hunger Games was.
You can't
was
deny
pretty
the
good.
Hunger Games are pretty good.
Number 9.
Hansel and Gretel, terrible. These aren't the top things.
These are IMDb.
If you're gonna list the top female roles of all time, Action,
Yeah.
fine, okay.
Okay.
Sarah Connor, Terminator 2.
I don't even feel like she's the lead role in that though.
She's the main hero. What are you
Number
talking
14.
about?
No, it's more.
It's got
centered on
Arnold
the-
Schwarzenegger on the cover.
Yeah.
She's the first character you're introduced to for sure.
Not in
Sarah
part 2.
Connor, yes, she is.
There's a hot debate.
She didn't come in until halfway into the movie.
No, halfway.
Yeah.
No way.
I thought it was weird.
David as humans, she is the baddest person in that movie
hurt,
for 100%.
Why would they put some of these on?
Okay,
here?
I'm gonna say that.
But I'm not saying you can't say that she was
It's weird.
It was female driven though.
I would say Ripley from Alien. Whether you believe that's, I mean,
Yeah,
it
that's number
list?
1 right
Where
there.
Where is this not on this list?
because this list is trash. Laura Croft, Tomb Raider. I mean, that would be up there. Angelina, Kill Bill would be another
Kill
one.
Bill.
Kill Bill would
Kill
be a good
Bill,
one.
yeah.
So if you're doing your top 5, you got to go Ripley, Sarah Connor. You got to go Beatrice from Kill Bill. You got to go Wonder Woman at number 4. And I don't know.
What? Can you repeat that one more time?
You got Ridley from
Okay.
Alien. You've got Sarah Connor from the Terminator franchise. She is in 1 and 2. You got.
Are these in the order?
No, I mean this would be my order. Yeah, you have.
Really?
You'd have. I think her name's Beatrice from Kill Bill.
That's number 1.
Wonder Woman, number 4.
Number 4? You just said
She's only
that
got
was
one
amazing.
movie. She's only got one movie. I just described everybody has multiple films.
That's fair.
I mean, give her another film and let's see what she can do with it. And I don't know who number 5
Well,
would
technically, she does have 2 movies. She
be.
was in Batman vs
Yeah,
Superman.
she's in it for like 5 minutes. I mean, all right. So anyway, I'm just saying to people, go see Wonder Woman. It's good. The thing that bums me out is
Chloe
Number
Moretz
50.
and
Alien at number 50, terrible. And Kick Ass, Hit Girl's pretty.
She wasn't the lead though. She wasn't the driven character.
Well, Wonder Woman was the lead in Batman v Superman.
I know, but I mean, she had a lead movie.
Here's what I say that bums me out. The only thing that bums me out about this is that it got turned into this feminist propaganda thing, and then these guys turned it into a conservative movement where they don't like the movie because it's a woman. I mean, look, guys, if you need to get behind this and make this your political movement, I mean, you can do that. But to me, you're kind of selling the movie short because you're using it as a prop. Enjoy the movie for what it was. Was it a perfect movie? No. The ending's a little bit corny, to be truthful with you, but it's good. It's a good story. I think it's well written, and Justice League comes out in just a couple months. So we're going to see. I think this is going to help Justice League immensely. Like, they're lucky this came out and it's so good. So, okay. All right. So I'd just say go see Wonder Woman. It's good. When you guys come back, maybe we can do a video review of it and that. But go see it. It's really good. Go support this female director and a female star, and that way we can even it out. All right. Do we have a Dear John this week?
We do.
Oh, hit the music. Oh, no, the music is broke. All right, here we go. It's our Dear John segment.
Dear John, dear John, by the time you read these lines, I'll be gone.
All right, so Dear John is a segment where John, the guy over to my right, will answer people email to the show with they need life advice. Lee's going to read it. John's going to answer it, and we will not get involved.
All right. Well, this one comes from up north. It's from Non-Observant in Ontario, Canada. She writes, one of my longtime friends, it's Dear John, one of my longtime friends has become extremely religious. I have nothing against religion, but I am non-practicing, although I do believe in something greater. My problem is now, whenever we talk, text, Facebook, and Skype with our children, everything is about God. Religion, how he has a plan for us, etc. I don't want to offend her, but my son and I do not need to constantly hear about her religious beliefs. My husband and I are raising our sons to be a kind, honest person, but we are letting him choose what religion, if any, he wants to be a part of when he grows up. Although we now only have a long-distance friendship, I had to move away. This has put a strain on it because I haven't said anything. What should I do? How should I handle it? That's from Non-Observant in Ontario, Canada.
Yeah, I imagine this could be pretty rough. I've always been religious, but there have been times where my actions may not have divulged that openly. And there were times that I've kind of flipped the switch and changed my actions rather abruptly. In fact, while I was living with Dave, that 1 week we were doing pretty crazy stuff, and the next week I was not even watching rated R movies. And that put a little bit of a strain on our friendship. But I wasn't preachy with it. I didn't try to wave it in front of his face or our other roommate's face. I just didn't partake in the same things. And the fact of the matter was I couldn't participate as much in the stuff that they were doing because of these new ideals that I had adopted. And so, I mean, from the other side of that, I can see where her friend is coming from. But your friend does need to respect you and your decision. She made this life choice, but she needs to understand that it was her free will to make that decision, and it's your free will not to make that decision. And so you just need to flat out tell her that. And if you tried, then whenever the conversation starts turning that way, just kind of turn away from the conversation. If it's really bothering you, eventually he or she'll take the hint. And if not,
so don't bring it up. Just skirt around the issue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think she should bring it up once, flat out, and say, "Look, try to curb it a little bit. I do respect your decision, but just kind of chill with it in front of me and my family." But and if it continues, then yeah, just when those things come up, just turn your proverbial ears off.
I mean, I got nothing to. I mean, it's tough on any level of friendship.
I mean, you've been in the closest situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you have a friend that you think two of you see things the same way, and then they start seeing things a different way. It doesn't matter if it's religion or anything. It could be politics or
Amway knives.
It could be. I mean, it could be triangle pyramid schemes, selling perfume in the back of cars, whatever it is. No, it can affect your. I mean, what I would tell them is maybe just take a break from this friend for a while. I mean, don't cut them off completely, but back off a little bit and let them. When you first get into religion or you first get into something new, sometimes you're very passionate about it, and you gotta You got to convert everyone you know about it and things like that. And it will, over time, it will stop. And if it doesn't, I mean, then maybe then your friendship ends. Not all friendships go on forever, unfortunately. I know people would say that, but just back off a little bit. You know, you don't want to insult the religion because then they're not going to, you know.
That'll end the friendship.
Right. You know, but, you know, it's probably irking that person well, you know, to get preached at all the time. You know, I can see that point. But just to take a little break, you know, she's going to be there, or he, or whoever it was. They'll be there. And if they're not, then you weren't, you know, then the friendship moves on. You can look back fondly on it, but you move on and make new friends. That's what I would say. So that's it for this week for Dear John.
Poor John. Since we sang last song, Dear John.
All right. So you can submit questions to bybpod@gmail.com. That's bybpod@gmail.com, or Twitter, Facebook. Or if you have a number, just text us a question. All right. So we are, in the future, the Blame Your Selfie is going to change a little bit, okay? We're going to keep doing it for a little bit, but in the future, we're going to do it like maybe monthly, you know, best of selfies, and promote it maybe more on Twitter or selfie of the day or something. But anyway, but for now, we're going to give you all the selfies. Blame Your Selfie. We tell our listeners, our fans, our friends, submit your selfie. We have a segment where if you use the hashtag Blame Your Selfie, we show it on the YouTube stream and compliment on the picture and give comments as well. So roll those selfies, Alex. All right. First selfie is one of our longtime favorites, longtime listeners. It's the one and only Katie, a.k.a. Ball Pit Gangster. And her selfie comes to us from Ramen Night with her man friend, guy friend. It's
Donut.
You can say
Donut
you can say lady friend, and it sounds kind of cool. But you say guy friend, it sounds like.
I think if you were a lady and you said guy friend, it would be okay. Like, hey, I'm gonna go hang
gentleman
out with
friend. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't have the same. Lady friend sounds like it's got that. Just flows.
I think gentleman friend is the.
Yeah, it just don't sound as good.
I'm going to hang out with the gentleman caller.
It just doesn't sound as good. But lady has like that nice, soft, like lady friend. You know? Lady friend. Okay, so anyway, so that's her. Katie's
haircut still.
I like the hair. I didn't notice that, and I like the guy. He seems like a cool guy. He's in a lot of selfies. All right, this is me, David of BYB. But this week's Blame Your Selfie for Blame Your Brother is Predators themed, and it asks, "Is it wrong to wear a jersey with your name on it?" And that's my jersey that Lee was talking about earlier that John gave to me for a wedding present, and it has my name on it. It's a nice jersey, actually. I can't wear it now. It's freaking July, but my son's.
Why can't you wear it now?
Because it's too hot.
It's hot.
People are wearing them all over the place.
Well, they're fools. But my son is getting into hockey, my oldest, and he wants to go to a couple games next year, so I'll definitely be wearing it next year.
It's going to be a hot ticket.
Hot ticket. We'll see about that. All right, so that's my selfie. Hockey themed, just for you guys. Just from Michael Anthony, who's been tweeting us a lot of stuff about Predators. All right, this is Jeffrey Skinner, a.k.a. Pizza Dad Lives. It says Special Wednesday Edition. It's the CMA. So this week in town in Nashville where we record, there's CMA Fest going on. There's the Predators playoff going on, and Bonnaroo starts this week. So if you are thinking about coming to Nashville this weekend, turn around right now and go back the other way, because you're going to be miserable in traffic.
It's going to be fun.
That's a cubicle brother right there, rocking the selfie for this week. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. All right, this is Michael Anthony, and it said, "This is myself and my friend Samantha. My family and her family have been friends for close to 20 years." So there you go. Blame your selfie. So it's a long time friendship right there. Good. All right, John. This is John, the guy sitting beside me. Says him and his son are playing with fake swords. There's a hockey guy wearing a hockey jersey, right, or a hockey shirt right there. Somebody's name on it.
That is a T-shirt.
Yeah, it's a T-shirt. Yeah, with somebody's name on it. It says,
so it's not okay to wear
and
a
this is a
T-shirt?
callback to, obviously, Monty Python. It says, "It's only a flesh wound."
This is Tiz.
Hashtag blame the Black Knight. I'm not saying that. Hashtag blame the Black Knight. Hashtag blame your selfie. Next selfie.
So what about...
No, go ahead. Ask it. Where you at, Five
You're not
Below?
going to call him out on the short wearing?
He's worn shorts and selfies before. This wouldn't be the first time he's worn. He wore a fedora over here today and a class ring. You're not going to call him out on that?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Well, now we have. He's wearing a fedora, literally. So comments are appreciated.
What kind of guy wears a class ring?
This is Lee, the other guy to the left of me. Sometimes I don't knows what I'm talking about. It's a close-up of his face if you're listening.
And that was it.
That's it?
That's early week selfie club.
Yeah, like I said, we appreciate all the selfies. You guys did great this week, and you guys are, as always, great. But we will take more selfies. I mean, anytime you want to send us a selfie, it just doesn't have to be on the show. I mean, it can be whenever you want it to be. So, all right. So I guess we've come up to the end of the show. And before we do that, we have got a life lesson we've got to take out of this episode, put it on a list we have called the Major Key in the Major Key segment.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That is not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right. So I'm going to ask Lee and John, what is our major key of the week? Don't be a house in.
No.
Is that what he said?
I wish that were possible for us to put
that'd
that
be pretty good. All right. What is there anything that really stood out? Is there anything that stood out that was funny this week?
Something about, yeah. Something like, no.
I used to ask
your audience.
So
remember your audience.
On the old podcast, I would ask Half Pint, our little intern guy, our fourth mic guy. I'd be, what did you learn this week? And then he would just rattle off a bunch of things. So this is kind of like, what did you learn this week? But it's condensed to one thing. So it's like, what did you learn this week? What's something you learned this week? Anything? Nothing?
Nope.
Nothing.
Not a
fan-freaking-tastic.
Not a thing. I'm trying to think.
I mean, we talked about hockey jerseys. We talked about women's lingerie football.
Yeah.
We talked about, I don't know how we got there. Well, we talked
Keep your eye on the ball.
I don't know, man. This is a tough one. These are getting key. There is more action in hockey. I don't know about that. I think we oppose that directly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the major key segment's coming to an end as well. Maybe it's time.
How about if you have to say a letter, then the word. That's the word you shouldn't say.
Don't use letter words?
Yeah.
How about don't say the N word in front of your white friends? Write that.
Don't say the N word in front. I don't feel like that's something I would want to put out there.
We're not going to put this out. We're the only one who sees this
kind of
list.
Spicy.
It's funny, man.
Kind of spicy. It's a little too spicy.
Just don't say certain words in front of your white friends. Is that a little bit less spicy for you?
What about watch your mouth, honky?
Actually, I like that.
I don't care. Whatever. It's something along those lines.
I like watch your mouth, honky.
All
right. We like that. Okay.
Right.
Major key of the week. Watch your mouth.
Have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right. That's it. That's the episode, guys. I'm glad you hung out with us tonight. Make sure to tell your friends about the show. That's how we spread the word. And make sure, like I said, we got about a week left. So if you want one of the T-shirts, and it's just our logo on the T-shirt, if we might have another logo on the work, but right now as it stands, it's our logo on the T-shirt. Just go to GoFundMe.com/blameyourbrother. Donate at least $5, and we will. I mean, you can donate $1, I guess, if you want to. But if you donate $5, we will send you a T-shirt in the mail. And usually the shirts are like $20, so you're gonna be saving a lot. Some people ask me that. I was like, "How much are the shirts normally?" It's like, well, I wouldn't send it to you if it wasn't a deal, So spread the word to that. Give us some money if you got it. If not, no big deal. And also, like I said, go tell your friends about the show. That's how the word gets around. Spread it on social media, retweet, favorite, like, share, whatever you got to do. We are on Twitter. We are on Facebook. So that's how where you hit us up on social media. We are on iTunes, TuneIn, Google Play. If there's podcast playing, we are there. We are on Radio Vegas Rocks every Thursday around 1 p.m. Pacific time, so 3 p.m. Central. We are on RadioVegas.rocks, so go to RadioVegas.rocks. Get the show there as well. Listen to a great number of podcasts. We're on YouTube, youtube.com/blameyourbrother, and that's where you can catch this live stream. Most of the times on Thursday, if we change it, watch social media where we can tell you where it's changing to. That's pretty much it. Go to the website, buybpod.com. You can buy anything through Amazon. Please use our Amazon link Does not cost you any extra, but it helps the show out immensely because we take some money from Amazon, which Lee probably loves because we're stealing from Daddy Warbucks and we're giving it to the little people that are us. So I guess that's everything. So with that being said, Lee, do you have anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.